Hey everyone, it's Shelby, the Conservative Bookworm, back again with episode 4. It's going to rack up really quickly, of my reviews of newish children's books right now, books that I've kind of picked off the shelf in my new juvenile fiction area of my library. So this one that I'm talking about is called Raymie, Nightingale by Kate DiCamillo. I think it's Camillo, maybe. This book was written, obviously, if you start reading it, it's pretty obvious from the beginning, like for around 8 to 12-year-olds. I've kind of been gravitating towards those books lately, but I'll read some YA or some older fiction soon, hopefully. I have some coming in the mail. So this book was a bit odd. Kate DiCamillo is a well-known author. She is a winner of Newbery medals twice, so pretty big deal. She wrote Because of Winn-Dixie, The Tale of Despero, The Miraculous Journey of Edward Tulane. So some pretty well-known books. She wrote some others as well. This book was different. I guess it's kind of along the lines of Because of Winn-Dixie, as far as it's about a young girl and kind of dealing and figuring out the world, or trying to, and figuring out something bad that has happened to her, which is her father has abandoned her mother and her and left them for another woman. So that's like straight from the get out. So if you don't want your child to really read about that, then I understand. But it's not told, there's nothing, the most she thinks about her father leaving her is like she always pictures him in a restaurant with this other woman reading a newspaper. Like that's how she pictures him. And the reason is the whole book, the character Raymie is trying to figure out how to get her dad to come home. And she thinks that she can do that by winning a local contest. And the book is set in the 1970s, so no computers, no cell phones, nothing like that. The kids are kind of just let out, like they're just allowed to roam this town, the small town that they're from. Different in that way, you know. And also kind of a 1970s feel in that it's kind of strange, I guess, like what these kids experience, that you really, like, kids these days wouldn't be allowed to do that. Like, you don't see kids just wandering around towns as freely, unless it's a very small town, maybe. So it's about Raymie, and she meets these two other strange girls, and they're all kind of going through something difficult and dealing with it, and they try to help each other and help others, and there's this kind of contest in the back of their minds, but it really becomes less about the contest and more about their friendship. And it's called Raymie Nightingale because there's an element of a Florence Nightingale in there. It's just, I don't really know how to classify it. It's kind of about like kids trying to she's just kind of shell-shocked. Like her father's left her and nothing makes sense. So you read it and you just kind of figure that out, like that the way she's looking at the world kind of doesn't make sense even in this writing. So it was a sweet tale. It was a pretty quick read. The chapters are short. It's not like an epic story or anything. There's no magic. It's just pretty ordinary, but it's about something that is sad. And I mean, if you have a child and you've gone through something like this, and maybe this would be a good book to help to read together or something. Unfortunately, this kind of thing does happen. Divorce and separation and fathers or mothers leaving their children. So there's that. It does end, I mean, there's elements also like, I don't think there's no cursing, there's no violence. Some of the kids say shut up if you have trouble with that. They have, the girls do end up stealing and lying a little bit. They're kind of on their own. Like there's not a lot of parental supervision. Her mother, Raymie's mother's shell-shocked. The other two kids, one of the kids doesn't have parents. They just have a crazy grandmother. The other one has a mom who's kind of harsh on her, and so there's just, it's not necessarily like a feel-good story, but it does end a little better, like as far as like they have each other, and it's kind of teamwork and friendship, and just trying to figure the world out, and figure out that, you know, even though bad things happen and sometimes people do bad things, that doesn't mean good things can't happen to you. So, you know, if that sounds like something you would be okay with your child reading, then go for it. Like I said, I'm going to be reviewing books that I just pick off the shelf. So these are things that your kids are going to be, you know, exposed to, and they might see it and they might want to pick it up and read it. So now you know what it's about. And I hope that this has been helpful for you, and that you have a great day. Bye.